Let's go to Skyline Stadium, and Dylan Rossi rips this single as Michael Supa makes a great effort to try to catch it, but he comes up throwing and he guns down Rossi at second base for the second out of the inning. Nice play by Supa. But Corey Vo follows with this bloop single to left that drops in for the two-out base hit for Kittatinny. And Kittatinny takes a 1-0 lead here on the Vernon error as courtesy runner Brad Wollieber scores and Kittatinny has the early lead. We go to the bottom of the first, and it's Jake Rodriguez leading things off for the Vikings with his line drive single to left. Rodriguez would steal second, and Michael Supa would reach on an infield hit to put runners on the corners with nobody out, and it's Brandon Lavarini delivering the opposite field RBI single to right as Rodriguez comes in to score, and we're tied at 1. Vernon would score 3 more runs on Kittatinny errors before Nick Raffone rips his opposite field single to left with 2 outs. He would go to third on an errant pickoff attempt, and he scores here on the Jaden Mutz RBI double to the gap and right as Raffone comes around to score, and Vernon has a 5-1 lead after 1 inning of play. Top of the second, and Vernon starter Justin Lavarini gets the strikeout here to end the 1-2-3 inning for the Vikings to keep it a 5-1 ball game. Bottom of the second, with 2 outs, it's Ethan Metz with the line drive RBI single to right as Michael Supa scores, and Vernon picks up another run on error to allow Adam Driscoll to score, and it's now 7-1 Vernon after 2 innings of play here at Skyline Stadium. Top of the third, and it's Hunter Rossi of Kittatinny leading things off with this double to the gap in right center for the Cougars. And 2 batters later, it's Jaden Mang with a ribby double to right as Rossi comes around to score, and it's 7-2 Vernon with 2 outs and Mang on second. Kittatinny looks to add to its lead here, and John News gives it a ride to right field, but Matt Bell makes the great catch for the Vikings to end the inning. Big play there, and it remains 7-2 Vernon. Bottom of the fifth we go, and it's Kittatinny right fielder Hunter Rossi's turn to make a sparkling play as he tracks down this Jake Rodriguez blast to right to end the inning, and remains a 5-run game, 7-2 Vernon after 5 innings. Justin Lavarini still cruising for the Vikings, and he gets the backward K here to end a 1-2-3 fifth inning for the Vikings. Bottom of the sixth we go, and with Michael Supa on base, Adam Driscoll drops down the bunt, and Supa scores to make it 8-2 Vernon. Vernon would add 2 more runs here on this Ethan Metz RBI bunt as Vernon scores a second run on an error as the Vikings will go on to post the 11-2 victory over the Cougars.
Really, I've been in a lot of big situations where I have to make sure I focus on throwing that one big pitch. I've been in a lot of championships, a lot of district games, so I go out there, I throw strikes, that's what I should do.
Started out a little slow. We went 0 for 3. The guys are starting to really click now, so we're hoping we can keep the momentum rolling and win some more ball games for us.
Our goal after losing the first 3 was just to get 500. Coach told us on Monday we want to be back at 3-3 and start the season off right. That's what we did. We came out to win, and that's what we did.
Real happy with the way we came to play today. Probably the best overall game of the season thus far. Obviously early on in the season it was a tough start, but I don't want to make excuses because I think everybody was in the same boat, but we just started off really slow without getting any field time at all. And so the first 3 games we were still trying to find our identity, and I was moving some guys around in different positions, and I think we finally have started to figure some things out, and our bats have been much better. Our timing was off early on because we didn't get to see a lot of live pitching. So our timing's back on now, it seems to be, and we're starting to click.
Kittatinny jumped out to a 1-0 lead in this game, but Vernon came back with the bats in the bottom of the first, took a 4-1 lead, and really never looked back.
Our coach just told us keep the pedal down, just keep adding to the score. We weren't really satisfied with that 4-1 lead. Guys got some key hits. Base running was key for us today, so we just kept tacking on. It was a good win for us.
That was big because our first inning's always been rough. Like our Hackettstown first inning, we let up 4 runs, and we've always had that rough first inning, so it felt good to have a rough first inning but bounce right back and then fix everything up for the rest of the game.
Vernon got off to a slow start this season, but this is their 3rd win in a row. Coach Scott Berge feels, and the Vikings, that they can swing the bats 1 through 9 now that they got their timing down and they've won the 3 games in a row.
Yeah, we were real confident stepping into the plate today. We saw slower pitching last game, so we were more adjusted to this, and we came out swinging today. We wanted to hit the ball.
Sophomore pitcher Justin Lavarini was terrific today, going all 7 innings for the complete game victory.
I pitched a very good game today. Curveball's on. Last game it wasn't, but I brought it back today, which was good. I like to give a shout out here to my travel coach, John Driscoll, with the Jaeger bands. I've been using them every game. They've been helping me very well. And upcoming games might be a little difficult, but I think we're going to handle it very well.
He's young yet even, and he's our workhorse right now, and he's a kid. He's not going to totally overpower anybody, but he's a kid who hits spots, and when he is hitting his spots, he's very tough to beat. We preach to all of our guys. I don't have any guy who's going to be K-ing anybody. We'll get one or two every now and then, but for the most part, we need to play defense, and we know that going in. But when he hits his spots, he gets the other guys, on their front foot or off balance, and so they can't get a solid look at it. And from there, as you can see, especially, I got some guys who can play defense out there, and that really helps.
Michael Supa is a terrific center fielder. He made some great catches today.
It's definitely different than a high school field, You always got to keep in mind that you got a lot of land behind you. You let one go, you hope your guys can back you up. If not, it's going to be a far run. I always just try to stay aggressive. We're the last line of defense.
Mike gets a really good read on the ball. Every ball that's hit, his first step is, I've never seen him make a bad first step. His first step is always just a great read, and from there he just lets his wheels do the work, and he runs down an awful lot, more than what most people think. He's going to be going on. He's going to be playing a D3 ball, and rightfully so, because he has the tools.
Vernon is now in the Freedom Division, playing in similar-sized schools after playing in the Big School Division for the last 7-8 years. Coach Scott Berge and the Vikings are excited about being in the Freedom, also excited about the coming HWS, which Vernon traditionally has always made a nice run in, making it to the finals a couple years back.
This team's definitely capable of going deep into the HWS, With these past few wins, we got some momentum now. Perfect time. We're going right into HWS, and we're able to make a big run there.
We plan on doing a lot. As long as we keep hitting the ball and playing the solid defense we have, we're going to be all right. We just got to keep hitting the ball. That's the biggest thing. We struggled in the preseason hitting and fielding, but we seem to pick it up the last 3 games.
I like the new division, obviously, and I think it's a division that we belong in now just because of the size of our school. I don't have as many kids to draw from anymore. So I'm looking forward to playing High Point, Newton. I don't want to take anything away from them. They're very good teams, but I think we're going to be able to match up with them. We were off to a slow start. Hackettstown got all over us. It just wasn't our day, but I do like the new division. As far as the HWS, we have always traditionally in years past we have done fairly well in it. Right now, I'm not looking past that, but at the same time, I'm looking more at the league right now and trying to just continue with some wins. So that's why I could have held Justin and thrown him on Wednesday, but I wanted to get the win today, and tomorrow we're going up against North Warren, who's a very good team, and we're just going to go after that win, and I'll see what I have left for pitching on Wednesday.